Hi, I'm Miss Littlejohn. Welcome to my second grade classroom. I am going to take a minute towards the end of this to kind of show you around the classroom. I know that it's a little bit different not being able to come into the classroom for back to school night. So I wanted to make sure that you still had a chance to see the environment that your child is learning in. It is all tropical, pineapples, flamingos. I like to feel like I'm on vacation when I'm at school. And I feel like it's a bright and happy environment for the kids as well. I'm going to get right into our back to school night presentation. We've got lots of important things to go over. I'm super excited to get to know all of your students this year. This is my 7th year at Amador Elementary. I was here from the very beginning. I taught kindergarten for 3 years in the beginning, and this is now my 4th year teaching 2nd grade at Amador. I have some experience in kindergarten, 1st, 2nd, and 4th, and I taught about 5 years of preschool prior to all of that. I think it's important. My kids love to learn about me, so I always try to give them a little information because I want to know all the things about them as well. So I get it. So I wanted to show you some of my favorite people. I'm really family oriented, oftentimes doing things with them. I'm also unapologetically obsessed with my niece and nephew. This right here is Cody. He is 6 years old and in 1st grade this year. And up here in the top right corner is Kylie, my niece, who actually today, August 17th, turned 4. Here they both are together. And this is my sister. This is my mom. And this is a bunch of my family in Maui. This is Patrick and our dog, Wenty. So these are just all of my favorite people. And these are the people that I spend all of my time with. So there's a little bit about me. All right, so meet the 2nd grade teachers. This year we have Miss Bion in B101, Miss Miller in B102, me, Miss Littlejohn, your child's teacher in B103. Miss Gennaro is in B104, Mrs. Ledford B105, and Mrs. Leeser B106, and Miss Harmon is in C106. So a little bit of information. School starts promptly at 8:15. Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays this year, we get out at 1:55, and Thursdays, Fridays, we get out at 2:55. 2nd grade has recess from 9:25 to 9:40 daily, and lunch from 11:24 to 12:05. Our Amador norms, they have not changed, so you may be very familiar with these. 1, be respectful, 2, be responsible, and 3, be ready to learn. We do model these behaviors and these norms for our students often on a daily basis. We show them, what does it look like? What does it sound like to be all of these things so that they can be those humans, not only here, but at home and in other environments as well. Arrival. Please, your child is going to line up on our B103 dot out on the blacktop. I know that parents are not allowed on campus this year, but your child is expected to know where their dot is. We have introduced them and shown them to them for the first week so far, and we expect that your child lines up on that line every morning. They're doing really, really awesome. Today is day 2 of school, and already they were all out there on time, as they should be. So they've got that pretty down. Please help promote autonomy within your child by allowing them to enter independently, carrying their own backpack, carrying their own lunch, just making sure that they are becoming independent students. They are not allowed in the building before 8:15, so before 8:15 they will be out on the blacktop. Students will be dismissed from the hallway doors. Please make sure your child knows where to go to meet for pickup. You might have a spot over by a flagpole. A lot of parents have arranged a spot for their child to meet them where it's easy and convenient for them. So make sure your child knows where that is. Students that go to after-school programs will be dismissed first. Make sure your teacher is informed of who will be picking up your child in the event that you cannot be there. I know that, like I said, parents are not allowed on campus this year. So you will be waiting outside of the campus, so make sure that your child knows exactly where it is to go. or where they are meeting this other person if you are not able to pick them up. Just know that if they need to be picked up by somebody else, that person must be on the emergency list if it is an office pickup. If you are running late, please go to the office to pick up your child. After about 15 minutes, after school gets out, 15, 20 minutes, the students are brought into the office and then they can call parents and things like that so we can get kids home safely. Our daily schedule is right here. Just a little quick rundown. We come in every morning at 8:15. We do a morning activity. Part of that morning activity is your students write in a feelings journal. I find it really important to have your child feel safe and comfortable in my classroom, as well as feeling heard. If there are things that are going on that they don't necessarily want to talk about out loud or they don't want to share out loud, this is a really great way for them to communicate with me. It's just their journal. However, if they want to share it with me, they absolutely can. And I give each table different days where they can share their journals with me. And I go through and I just make either a quick smiley or put a little post-it with a note, depending on what it is, just to let them know that I read it and I hear them and I know where they're at and I've got their back. Then we do a little bit of language and morning work for our morning activity. We go into math next. At snack recess is at 9:25. Then we have our language arts or benchmark PE and music between 9:40 and 11:24. 11:24 to 12:05 is lunch recess. 12:05 to 12:30 is the RTI silent reading time. 12:30 to 1:15 is writing. 1:15 to 1:55 is the time where we focus on science, social studies, social emotional learning, class meetings, different things like that, art. And then depending on the day, dismissal is at 1:55 or 2:55. So we have library on Tuesdays. It's really important that your child remembers to bring their library book from the prior week in by Mondays so they can check out new books on Tuesdays. PE is on Thursday and every other Friday. This has kind of a safe net. I would say every Thursday and Friday, they should be wearing comfortable shoes. And actually, I'm going to loop Wednesdays into that as well, because on Wednesdays, we do our extra PE, which is our game day, where the kids get extra exercise. So on Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays, if your child could be wearing comfortable clothes for exercise and comfortable shoes, that would be awesome. And we do go to music on Mondays. So pretty much every day of the week, we have something a little extra to get their brains and bodies. Classroom management. So we focus on a positive environment. I use Kimochis and Character Strong in my classroom. Our goal in second grade is to instill positivity and self-managing tools to reinforce the 3 norms that Amador has: respect, responsibility, and being ready to learn. I also use a group point system, especially after this last year that we've had. I'm really trying to instill that teamwork and working together, and all of those things that they haven't really had a whole lot of access to this past year. So I do team points, and they can earn special things through that. I also use brag tags that they can earn that have different skills on them, like being a helpful student or trying your best or persevering or being caring or being flexible, different things like that. And they can earn those, and they go on their running for feet necklaces that they take home at the end of the week. That seems to be something that really encourages students in a way of not just getting things in return. They're not earning prizes, they're earning these brag tags that go on a necklace, and their friends can help vote too on who they feel should get those, and it's really fun. For birthdays, we ask that you not bring in any food at all for your child's birthday. If you would like, we've come up with a few extra options that you could do instead to celebrate birthdays and to promote reading at the same time. We ask that instead of food, you either donate a book to the classroom, or you can bring in individual non-food goodie bags for the entire class if you would like. Both are optional, but both are options. Some ideas are pencils, erasers, stickers, bookmarks, trinkets. For the book, it could be your child's favorite book, and we can add it to our classroom library. Field trips. Second grade as a team would like to discuss this more before we report out any information on it. So field trips are TBD, to be determined, and we will let you know at a later date more info about this. Classroom volunteers. Our protocol around this is a little bit different this year because of the clear pandemic we're in. We do have room parents, but we are only allowed 2 per room. And these parents will also be our classroom helpers. So we won't have room parents plus extra classroom volunteers like we have in the past, but we will have 2 classroom room parents, and they will also be the parents who help out with anything that's in the classroom. Maybe if they're helping with small groups or if they're helping with projects or whatever that may be. I do have a need for some help for take-home parents. So if you're a parent that can't necessarily come in, or we've already got our 2 room parents, but you would like to help in some way, I do have some things I can send home for that. That would be super, super, super helpful. So if you can, please let me know, reach out to me and let me know that you would be interested in that. For our curriculum, we use Envision for math. We also use a lot of supplemental tools as well for rigor. Language arts, we use Benchmark Advanced. Writing, we use Lucy Calkins Writer's Workshop. We cover narrative, informative, and opinion. Social studies, we do today and long ago. We study map skills, government, basic economic concepts, and theorems. For science, we use the NGSS standards, which is next generation science standards. We use engineering, and we have a new curriculum called TWIG that's coming soon, but we do not have it yet. For technology, we use a lot of Google Apps, iExcel, and AR. And art, we integrate art projects in throughout our normal curriculum often. If you're interested in seeing our standards, you can check out this website down here, corestandards.org, for more info. Kimochis. So we use kimochis, which if you have any past experience with them with your kindergarten and first grade teachers, they're big stuffed animals. I have them in a bin. Each stuffed animal comes with its own character traits and things that are unique to them and make them a special character. And the kids really learn to associate with these characters and notice things. Kimochis is a great way for kids to learn different skills and how to manage different emotions. Big emotions, hard to have feelings, good feelings. So it's just all about those things and how to manage having all of those feelings and recognizing that we do have a lot of different feelings throughout even a day. What is AR? AR is a computer program that helps teachers manage and monitor children's independent reading practice. We use AR, we'll do STAR tests about once a month, and about once a month you'll get a report sent home. The report sent home will have 2 things highlighted. One is going to be their independent reading level, and the other will be their range that they should be reading from. So if you get a report and it says your child's independent reading level is a 2.5 and their range is 2.4 to 3.4, that means that their independent reading level is 2nd grade, 5th month, and they should be reading between a 2.4, 2nd grade, 4th month, and a 3.4, 3rd grade, 4th month. It's really important that we have our children reading inside of their level because that's what really promotes their reading skills. It helps with their comprehension, it helps with their fluency, it helps with their sight reading awareness. So all of those things are really important. You can find the level of books on arbookfinder.com. Not every single book in the world is on there, but most are. So you really want to make sure that your child is reading within their level at home. And like I said, it just takes a little quick AR Bookfinder search and you can figure out what the level of the book they're reading is. You can also do a quick Google search. I've done that in the past for families. What's a great 4.0 book series? You can say AR level 4.0 book series in Google and it comes up with a good list for you. Homework. So homework for trimester 1 is going to be relatively light. We know that the kids have been in a completely different learning environment for quite some time. And even being at school is already overwhelming for them. So we ask that they read nightly for 20 minutes. That is the only thing that is absolutely required for them to do. Nightly reading for 20 minutes, and they will complete the digital reading log, which I will post on our Canvas homepage. Optional homework, which your child does not have to complete, And even if they do complete, it's not turned in. It's just optional extra practice if you or your child feels they need it. They can complete the Pearson workbook pages. But the caveat to that is they can only complete the pages and the topics that we have covered. So if we have not covered topic 10 yet, they should not be working on topic 10. And this is really important because if for some reason we have to go back to virtual learning for any reason, we want to make sure that we have those pages as supplements. So they only can work on the topics that we are working on in class. Monthly book projects. So we do send monthly book projects home. They check out a book from our school library, so it's no searching that you have to do. Each month, the genre will be different. Sometimes it's mystery, sometimes it's fantasy, and we have a project that goes along with it. All of the reading and planning is done at home, but the actual final draft of the project will be completed in class. And when those book projects go home, we will give you a nice printout that gives you a timeline. This is when they should be done reading the book. This is when they should be done planning, and this is when it's due. The grading policy. Your students are graded on a 3-point system for report cards. 3 means proficient, 2 is approaching grade level, and 1 is below grade. Progress reports are sent out 3 times a year, but only if needed. So if you do not get a progress report, you don't have anything to worry about. It just means that your child doesn't have any needs in any specific academic areas so far. If your child does need a little bit of extra help in a certain area, I will make sure that I send them a progress report so that you know where they're at and where they could use some extra help. And all you have to do when you get that form is sign the area that's on the form and return it to me so that I know that you received. Report cards are sent home 3 times a year at the end of each trimester. They're sent in an envelope that we need signed by you and returned. You only need to sign it and return it for the November and February report cards because June is the last day of school and you, lucky you, get to keep that one. So conferences will be virtual this year. We found that that really helped parents last year as well, just to be able to connect with the teacher without really interrupting the school day too much or their work day too much. So we are going to be offering conferences virtually only this year. So you will be getting an email closer to November with a Sign Up Genius on it that you can sign up for your date and time that's preferred for you. We are a nut and peanut-free classroom. So the cafeteria has a peanut and nut-free table for snack and lunch. We also ask that no foods are brought in at all for class parties. We are not really allowing any indoor eating. So no food for parties. Lunch money. Well, this year the lunch has changed a little bit. Hot lunch is free for all students this year, the whole year. If you would like to look at the menu, it is available on the school website. Student of the week in our classroom. So each week, a different student will be selected to be the student of the week. They will bring home our stuffed classroom pet, which is a flamingo. The kids each year name it. So we haven't quite done that yet, but we will get there. And so they'll bring home our class pet, unnamed, a small poster that they fill out about themselves, and a journal where they can write about what they did with our class. And it's going to be sent home Friday, and please return it on the following Monday. Please make sure it's returned Monday so that the next student has it to take home. Independent study. Okay, so if your child is absent for 5 consecutive school days, we need 2 weeks notice with the office. They go to the office for the independent study paperwork, and all work is due the first day back for credit. So in order to get credit, they need to return it just right when they come back. And like I said, we need at least 2 weeks notice in order to prepare these independent studies. And that's if your child is absent for consecutive 5 school days. Okay. All right. If you have any questions about that, please contact the principal, Mrs. Scoggins, or the vice principal, Mrs. So there's a little note at the bottom that says, while we understand taking time away for family events happens, please know the independent study assignments cannot replicate the interaction and discussions that takes place in our classroom that are vital for optimal. So on this slide set that I will send to you, you can watch the school tour with Mrs. Scroggins. Website. So we will primarily be using Canvas this year to communicate. So to go to that, it's the same way they logged into Canvas last year. They will log in with their email, go to the top right-hand corner. I will show you what it looks like. So if you're in your email, this corner up here, you scroll down, you will see, there it goes, Canvas right there. So that is how you get to your child's Canvas page. So go to their email, go to the waffle in the top right corner and select Canvas. So that's what we'll be using to communicate, like I said. I will show you what it looks like. I'm sorry, I'm hopping around here. It looks like this. So if you scroll down, it has a link to Access Clever. It has a Zoom meeting link. However, that is not useful right now. It's just there in case for some reason we need to move to Zoom meetings at some point. Here's a tech help button where you can make a help ticket with the district if you need to. Our class website, which is a different website, it's just already there and already done. So I figured I'd link it there for your access and for if it's any help to you guys. And then this presentation will be linked right here on Back to School Night info. All right. So that is all I have for you, but please, 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 if you have any more questions, let me know. I am always, always, always available. So please just send me a quick email if you have any questions about anything, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. I look forward to a great 2021-2022 school year with your children. It's already been so much fun, and I look forward to just all of the amazing things that we learn together. It's such a big thing for me to have learning be fun for my students. I think that the love of learning starts at a really early age, and if they don't love to learn or love learning early, it's sometimes harder to develop that later on. So I really, really strive to have my classrooms and my assignments be fun. Before I go, I will give you a quick tour of our classroom since I know you can't see it in person. So students come in here. Normal classroom. Here's all of the desks. Up here we have our classroom library. We've got lots of books for them to use and some chairs for them to sit in. So just wanted to kind of give you a little bit of insight on where your child is every day. I hope you have a great day. And again, like I said, if you have any questions at any time, please email me and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Have a great day.